topless models doing semaphore.
Welcome to the very first TidsTalks. Woo! Right, so let's talk about this. What is on the agenda today, people? There is plenty going on. We're going to give you an idea of what we're into. We're going to give you a chance to get to know us a little bit, and you know, this isn't. We're not necessarily going to come in every week with a topic or anything that's going to. Oh, mate, we're not going to bombard people with a subject because we're not really professionals on anything. You know,
whatever's in the comments will be talked about.
yeah, definitely. If you leave some comments around and that, guys, you know, they'll obviously be talked about and stuff. But you know, it's going to be just us two, just catching the breeze, really.
Just talking.
Yeah, we're massive into MMA. It's definitely the thing we sit and argue about the most. Because our opinions are slightly different. Because he loves Conor, I love Khabib. So. already, you see what I mean? So,
well, the fight that's coming up will say it all.
Yeah.
I'm very confident Conor will end up beating him. But obviously you've got a different opinion.
Yeah, I'm just a massive Khabib bum nut, you know, it's as you know, I love him. I think he's the best.
If he had, I'd say the only people that he's beat that you could say, like, fair dues, actually, this dude might be kind of impressive, would be like RDA, which was
impressive.
Which was a good
He
fight.
beat him more convincing than Kobe did, like, weekend just gone as well.
Yeah, well, yeah, if you put it as Kobe Khabib, I'd say Khabib probably takes it because it's a wrestling match.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Do you know what I mean? Whereas Conor, it wouldn't be a wrestling match. It'd just be constantly countering, moving backwards. Do you know what I mean?
But Khabib gets hit, and I give him that. He does get hit, but I don't think Conor's got this like Jeremy Stevens said.
Right here, the hardest hitting 145 pound, the real hardest hitting 145er right here. When I knock people out, they don't fucking move. They're not. Who the fuck is that guy? I know who I am. Who the fuck is that?
He isn't the hardest hitting 145 pounder, let alone the hardest hitting 155 pounder. Do you know what? He's not slept anyone.
I would say
apart from Aldo. Aldo was the only one he slept.
He slept Brimage.
No, he didn't.
He slept Brimage. He slept Fournier.
Let's have a gander on YouTube of the Marcus Brimage fight. Let's see.
I'm sure that the Brimage fight clipped him with a flicking uppercut twice. Put him out. Brimage went down. Don't get me wrong. Like, are you classing a sleep snoring?
That's what he did to Aldo.
Out, like asleep.
That's asleep, isn't it?
Yeah, well, he done that to Cormier. He caught Cormier behind the ear. Cormier was out. The fight got stopped.
Oh, yeah.
It was a walk-off knockout, all but a walk-off TKO.
Yeah, but he didn't sleep him. Yeah, he hasn't. For me, he's not got that one-punch knockout power. The only time he did show it was against Aldo. And
you just contradicted yourself.
Yeah,
you can't say he hasn't got it and then say
no.
But I've seen it.
If you let me finish, like Aldo knocked himself out. If you look at Conor's eye, like, if Aldo had landed that punch, Conor was going to sleep. There was no question in my mind.
He did land that punch, but I know
he was asleep when
he
got
turned off before.
Before he put. And if he had landed that one, then Conor, I tell you this, because where he was bleeding, it was right on his temple. He caught him in the sweet spot.
Well, he landed a punch and Conor had like a black eye from it.
Aldo walked into it, and but apart from that, he broke him down. We all know.
Yeah, but the replay of the Brimage fight.
I'll just do the KO and we'll find out how it will finish or.
Well, look, the full fight's only 3 minutes. Devastating he was. Just his story in general.
God, I remember watching this as well. I stayed up live to watch this. I pretty much throughout this arguing, you guys will kind of think like that I hate Conor. I don't. It's what I've watched every single one of his fights, including buying the boxing match. I'm the sport fan.
See, Brimage was a bad matchup for Conor as well, and he just schooled him. Do you know what I mean? Brimage was a stand-up banger. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but then...
Well, in a way, I suppose that is a good matchup for him, do you know what I mean? His worst matchup would be someone like Khabib.
Like Khabib, who could literally ground him down and just try and pound him out. But let's get into it, because we know how it goes.
Yeah, fast forward it to the actual stoppage. I'm sure, like I said, he wobbles him, and then to the extent Brimage is that wobbled that Conor can land that flicky uppercut.
Yeah. He tried that flicky uppercut against Mayweather a couple of times as well, didn't he?
He did land the count. There. Bump. Wobbling. Bump.
Knocked him down.
Bump. Don't know where he is. Don't know
referee. Yeah, referee stopped it. He's not asleep. Brimage is
Fair
up.
dues, Brimage is not asleep, but he did not know what was going on. He was on Queer Street. His
Of
arms
course,
are,
of
and he's
course.
just getting hit. Like,
Yeah, of course, but that's what happens when
like call me a John Jones. He wasn't KO'd asleep, but he was out. Do you know what I mean? John was hitting him, and Cormier was just. But he won't go to sleep.
I don't know.
Do you know what I mean?
I think it's different.
I know what you mean. It's like, you have got a good point in the sense of like Bisbing Henderson. He was asleep, snoring, out cold. Overeem Francis.
Yeah.
That's slap.
That's sending them to sleep.
But I would still class that as a.
And I don't actually.
A knockout. I'd still class that as he's got dynamite hands if he's putting people.
And I also don't think Khabib's going to freeze like Eddie. Like, I don't think Khabib's going to forget.
Well, you don't think the pressure would get to Khabib?
No, we know. You know, Mollywop guys. If you guys are MMA fans out there, please, and you've not checked Mixed Mollywop, we're going to give a shout out to that guy. He's fucking.
He's
awesome.
definitely worth one.
Yeah, he's definitely. He's absolutely fantastic.
But
yeah,
yeah.
like he said, Khabib's been raised in different kettle of fish. Those mind games.
Yeah, but could that be bad? Could that be a bad thing? Could him not taking Conor seriously? Do you know what I mean?
Well, he's gonna take him seriously through a dolly, through his train, through his coach. You know what I mean? He's taking this guy. He wants to fight him like two people on the street don't want to fight each other. You know, they hate each other now. There's that. You know, as soon as we see each other, it's on kind of vibe. Do you know what I mean? It's not going to be any kind of.
Yeah. It would be.
And like you said in that video, Khabib had two choices. He used to be a militant person from Islam, or go out and be an MMA fighter and do where his dad led him down that road. He had three choices in life, and Conor's great. And but for me, for a start, we chatted this off like that fight. I don't even think that fight should happen. Like, I don't even think Conor should walk in and get the title fight because I'm for the sport.
Yeah, but I fully agree with you in that sense. But we're going by fighters.
Yeah,
look,
straight up fight.
Look what's just happened.
It's the fight I want to see.
CM Punk, Mike Jackson on pay-per-view, 0-1, both of them. Do you know what I mean?
Shameful.
Both of us would say that's ridiculous. Overeem on the undercard, Rashid on the undercard, borderline ridiculous. Do you know what I mean? Especially when those fights were amazing.
Even Claudia there
I mean,
on the
Rashid
undercard.
knockout, Overeem knockout. I mean, both of them getting sparked. But for them
Thank you, Rashad Evans.
for them to both be on the undercard and Punk be on the main card is simply due to followers. Punk brings the crowd. Conor brings the crowd. He's going to make the company money, so they're giving the title shot. I fully agree with you. It should almost be like a. He should come back and do like the Diaz, not fight Diaz, but like the Diaz fight in the sense of a spectacle to kind of prove yourself. Because if he loses in his return fight, then he blatantly don't get the title shot, and it's almost they're probably retired. Do you know what I mean? There'd be no need for him to prove anything. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
But on the flip side, he's getting Khabib because it's gonna sell.
It's Conor, yeah.
Even though
it's the fight I want to see, dude.
That's
Do you know what I mean? Like,
I
if you
watch
try to
it.
match Conor up again, there'll be some good fights. I'm sure it could be him. Same with Khabib.
Well, to be honest, the fight I want to see is the GOAT, the best of all time, Artem Lobov versus Khabib to squash the beef.
No.
Conor shouldn't be fighting Artem's battles. Artem needs to go in there, one bang Khabib, get his record to actually plus.
And the guy who fought CM Punk, his name again, sorry?
Mike
Jackson. He called
Michael
out.
Jackson, you can't forget that.
Yeah, that's true. Michael Jackson called out Lobov, didn't he? And Dana said Lobov would kill him or something like that. Dana said it would be the first death in the UFC. I won't give him Lobov. I think it would be
It would be a walkthrough. Artem's a machine. He's not, if you look at his record is terrible. If from an outsider you looked at his record, you'd probably think, oh, I'll give him a good go. Do you know what I mean? But it's the fact of you look into his record, something like 83% of all of his losses is decision losses. He doesn't get put out on his feet. He can take a punch. It won't go the distance, and Mike Jackson wouldn't keep up for those 3 rounds, I don't think.
No.
Artem would just keep rock'em sock'em robot walking towards him, taking the odd punch that Mike Jackson could throw, and then would just...
I don't know enough about Mike Jackson. Yeah, I've seen him lose, and I've seen him in WWE
he's
wrestling.
1-on-1 to CM Punk and Mickey Gore.
Yeah.
The Mickey Gore fight was something like a minute.
Yeah.
I think Punk lasted longer than Mike Jackson. To be honest.
Yeah, of course.
Do you know what I mean? But it was because of a bit of a scuffle on the floor. Do you know what I mean? The Punk Mickey fight. As soon as they come together, Mickey landed an overhand. Punk swung a punch. Mickey just ducked it, took him down.
And
30 seconds on the floor just to get the rear naked choke in, and that's all she wrote. Do you know what I mean?
But yeah, it's sorted out UFC. Get the Conor.
Get the elites back on.
Because Dana said as well this week, he stated this week that that is the fight he wants to make to happen. Like, that press conference just gone.
Yeah,
he
they
was
said
asked
he
the
was
question.
next for Khabib, and
Yeah.
his simple answer was just Conor.
It was just Conor, so that looks like it's on. So it should be good, but
yeah, has Khabib ever knocked anyone out? Has Khabib ever got a finish?
no, Khabib's not. I don't think Khabib's like knocked anyone with stand up, but no one's
Do
expecting
you know
that.
what I mean?
No one's ever expecting that.
I'd say the.
Oh, and Khabib has. Yes, he has that uppercut. Remember that really weird uppercut he threw?
Oh, it wasn't an uppercut. It's more of a.
Yeah, that.
His,
Yeah,
his
that.
signature potato
Yeah,
swing type thing.
yeah. He's
We
got
watched,
that
we
one.
watched an analysis program on that punch, didn't we? That it's Dan. Shout out to Dan Hardy, the
Yeah.
legend.
The legend Dan Hardy.
Hopefully he comes back soon. But
Hopefully not. I don't want to see that shit.
as a
Honestly,
prize fighter, not in
yeah.
the top 10.
On the Fox
as a
card.
prize fighter.
Yeah, on the Fox card
Pers-
of a event in
Diaz
Singapore.
Dan Hardy, personally, I would like, because I think that would be a very, very, very good fight.
Get this,
Very good fight.
Dana. Give this man a call and get him on your matchmaking now.
Definitely.
That'd be fun to watch.
Nick Diaz return match against Dan Hardy would be brilliant, because it's a win.
No, not
for
Nick.
both of
Nick
them.
can't come back.
Yeah.
No,
Nate, sorry, because
Yeah.
of the weight. Because of the weight.
no, because of Nick's just beat up his girlfriend.
Allegedly. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Yeah. I seen a thing yesterday that basically stated this is who Nick's having to deal with, showing the female who's accusing him, and let's just
She's a faker, is she?
let's just leave it at that. Do you know what I mean? I'd say there's a lot more
And
to come.
I will give
about
props
it.
to the UFC. They generally treat their athletes and give them a fair run of it.
Yeah.
You give them the chance to prove their innocence before they get sacked and stuff. So, yeah, like you said, allegedly, my apologies to Nick Diaz for any
Nick,
accusations.
the
made.
legend. Hurry up and come back.
I'm not massive fans, if I'm honest with you.
Oh,
Just
I'm-
because
I'm
I'm not fans of celebrity reality stars who just smoke weed all the time.
Ridiculously big fan.
I'm a fan of
Nick
fighters, and
Nate.
yeah, back in the day, you guys were brilliant, but I'm not into like Twitter and Instagram and following all the beef that you guys can do on there.
See,
I just thought that-
another thing, what I honestly believe is if Khabib, the main thing that's driving him is that O in his loss column.
And what do you
if
mean
he-
by driving him?
If he was 26-3 or something like that, had a few in that lot, he wouldn't be a big as hype train. It's the fact that he's unbeaten and all this. Like, if you broke it down, and if you put him in a kickboxing match, say with Conor,
Yeah.
any Tony, any of them, he's gonna lose definitely.
Instantly.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? If you
In
put
the
him
same way, if you put Conor in a wrestling match
yeah,
against Khabib.
he would absolutely wipe the
And
floor with
Tony.
him. But if you put them in a fight, Khabib will try and turn it into a wrestling match. His ground and pound is phenomenal. You can't odds that, but I just don't put him in the same. It's hard to really get into words. I almost put him like a Dan Cormier. They're amazing wrestlers who have got a ground game, who have got a ground and pound. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but
That's literally.
But this is the sport, isn't it? This isn't, this is fighting to the rawest degree with rules. Like when you're out on the street, there are no rules.
Yeah, that's what I
There's-
mean. Fighting to the rawest degree is the closest you can get to a street fight.
Yeah,
Do you know
yeah,
what I mean?
and this is the closest you can kind of get, because in a street fight, if I'm losing and I see someone's bollock hanging out of their shorts, and the only thing I can do is bite it off,
You nibble on it.
I'm biting it off. But obviously, this is with rules, so it's kind of, and just having a little look at some of his KOs,
Yeah,
he has stopped people that isn't just ground and pound.
I wouldn't say stop people are as good as Conor.
No, not as consistently, but that.
And another thing, what I think everyone's overlooking is the Chad Mendes fight. Chad Mendes technically, meant to be the best wrestler in the 145
Yeah,
division
Conor's had it.
and higher divisions.
He's a blown up featherweight.
Yeah, but still, his wrestling is A-class Olympic wrestling.
Oh,
do you know what I mean?
he
For
can.
he did keep Conor down for a bit in the second round,
Yeah.
but for Conor to get up with ease the first few takedowns and whatnot, I just can't see. It's not going to be like the what's it called? What was his? Who he told to quit?
Michael Johnson.
Michael Johnson. It won't be like the Michael Johnson fight. Conor would get up and
No, Conor Gas is quicker than Michael Johnson.
See, I agree with you. Gas is quicker than Michael Johnson. And
All
I know-
Khabib
I
has
know
to do
this
is lay on
sounds-
Conor for the first round
I
and this
know
match
this.
over.
I know this sounds contradicting. Nah, no way. Look at the Mendes fight.
What?
He done amazing in the Mendes
He was
fight.
tired.
It went all 3 rounds and Mendes gassed.
Tight.
Mendes has got a better gas tank than Conor, technically, if you look at their fights and stuff. Yeah, Conor outdone him.
No, Chad hasn't. Chad is big. He's that muscle type that blows out quickly. Conor should, technically,
because of his body.
Bisping's right, because of his body type. If he ran, he'd have great cardio.
Yeah.
But he doesn't run. All the unbedded you see him on bikes and he's
Well, he
swimming.
kind of took a note from Nate on that one, wasn't it? Nate turned round in their
But
press
even that bikes and that don't help run. There is Michael Bisping's writing when he says there is something mentally challenging in dragging yourself across the street with your feet. Like the treadmill is slack. The treadmill slacks you because it's pulling you, it moves your feet.
You're jumping.
Yeah, it moves your feet with you. But to actually physically drag yourself across the street using your feet is the best form of cardio. And for me, like Khabib out cardios Conor all day. If Khabib can whack him the same way he worked Barboza, because you remember you're working at 155 pounds. Khabib's a big 155 pounder. Conor's not a big 155 pounder.
Yeah, I'll give you
He's
that.
a big 145 pounder.
What does Conor what did Conor step into the octagon, like not weigh in at, step in the octagon at against Eddie?
I would have guessed around 160, let's say.
Do you think?
He weighed in at 155.
Yeah.
6 was a championship
But
belt.
he would have put on more than £5 in water though.
Alright then. Well, there's maybe, let's say another £10 on top of that.
Yeah.
So let's say
whereas Khabib walks in easily 170. He walks in the.
But Conor couldn't make 170, could he?
No, he got 169, and that was forcing food and water.
He spent months getting bigger.
Yeah, he was bloated out. Type
So
you could see all the water.
Khabib's the bigger man. Khabib gets hands on him, he's fucked. That's all I can say. That's literally all I can say, and there'll be no defence you have against him.
I think people would be shocked. I honestly think.
I think getting hands on him is going to be harder than
I think the fight
what it is.
will go exactly how everyone thinks for the first 30 to 40 seconds. I think they'll go in. It'd be almost like the Mendes fight where Conor will say, "Let's see who takes the first step back," and Conor will almost want Khabib to come at him. So
like Aldo.
Yeah, so he can catch him with that with the left hand.
Mm-hmm.
But I reckon the fight will start. Khabib won't fall for that. It'll be more of a sizing up type thing for 30-40 seconds. Khabib will get the takedown. It'll take Conor down, keep him down for 10 seconds or so, but then I honestly think Conor will get out of it, and it will shock Khabib. And the world.
I don't think he will. I don't think no
shock
one gets
the
up from
world.
him. I've never
honestly think.
I don't think Khabib... I can't think of many fights, if any fighters, who Khabib took down who have then gone to get back up. I can't think of it. I
like Quinter got up 2-3 times in that fight.
Only-
Borderline with ease.
Only nearer the end.
Borderline.
Oh, and no, he didn't. He didn't get taken down. He got his heel out. He got his heel out. When Khabib had him on the floor, Alec Quinter was on the floor. The three takedowns that he stuffed. The three takedowns.
Up. I'm sure he did get up.
You're going to make me write Alec Quinter versus Khabib Nurmagomedov?
No, just put Al versus Khabib.
Good call.
But yeah, I'm very sure Al got up a couple of times in that fight. Just throwing it out there as well, just in case
And if he did?
Ally Quinter coming up.
Yeah, that's all.
How amazing is that going to be? That is going to be a banger.
Did you hear what Alec Quinter said last night about Dana White?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I did. I did. I thought that was ballsy.
But just looking at the replays, like, Khabib
Yeah,
does.
he gets him down with ease. Khabib is one of the best wrestlers on this planet. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you heard that he's wrestled with Olympic wrestlers, like 185 pounders, 205ers, and has never lost a round against any of them in training. This is from DC's mouth. DC said it. That DC wouldn't want to kind of wrestle with him. Do you know what I mean? That he's literally...
But the place where Conor does win is if Conor gets him on his feet, it's doable.
But that's what I mean, you look at all of this close in the distance, what Khabib's doing, Conor counters that. Conor's got an answer for that.
Hopefully. That's what we got hope.
Al ain't got the karate. Like, that's what I mean. He throws everything together weird. It's almost like a Wonder Boy meets like a Masvidal type thing. Do you know what I mean?
That's a weird amalgamation of anything, that, isn't it? A Wonder Boy meets Masvidal.
Do you know what I mean? I know they fought, but imagine them two as a person. Conor has
Conor got his very own bouncy.
Masvidal don't mind getting in close and throwing. Do you know what I mean?
But I'm going to guess that, like you say, I think he's going to go in there weighty. And Conor, he did spark Nate a few times. If Khabib can take the punches like Nate did...
That's what I mean, dropping a 170,
Yes,
Nate,
yeah.
and Nate can
But
take
you just
a
said
punch.
wrestling 205 pounders.
Oh yeah,
Conor's going to be
it's a
featherweight.
big
Conor's going to
difference.
be he's going to be chucked around. But if he can absorb the Conor's punches, then you know that proves to me Nate Diaz was a blown up 155er. You know, Nate Diaz spent his whole career at 155 pounds.
Yeah.
At lightweight. Do you know what I mean? And Conor
Yeah.
couldn't finish him. So
But Nate-
I don't quite get
Nate-
the logic in that.
Nate-
People out there put
Nate
Nate out.
always
Tony Ferguson.
dieted and cut weight to get to 155, but he does walk around at a natural, say, 180, just under, just over, give or take pounds.
So that was
Do you know
the
what I
same
mean?
as Khabib.
Like,
So that
he
tells
only
me
had
that
to cut 10
so what you
pounds.
said. So Khabib will be able to absorb the same punches because of the size of him. If this is the way punch absorption works, like that's the hope. And my hope is Khabib
Nate's
walks
known
in.
for taking a punch.
Yeah, my hope is Khabib doesn't. You know, we don't know.
Khabib
Khabib's seen
hasn't took a
Khabib.
punch.
We've seen him get hit a few times lately. I think he gets clipped every now and again lately, doesn't he? But
I think did
especially
Al
like
land
Winter,
one or two?
he
on
landed
him?
some good ones, and
He did
that was
land
what the
one,
argument was at
didn't
the
he?
end. And Rogan said it that
Keeps his hands down.
yeah, he's not. His stand up
punches.
isn't great at all. So you know, his wrestling is definitely his thing. But I think that wrestling is so good that it outweighs Conor's stand up. I think Khabib's wrestling is better than Conor's stand up. That's what I think. And I think when it comes to the jiu-jitsu game,
See,
I always
I
see
don't
there's
wanna,
three aspects to the MMA. To MMA. I always see the stand up, the ground game, and the submission game. That's the way I look at the three
Yeah, well,
breakdowns of it.
I would
And I
say
think Khabib
you
wins
could-
2 of the 3. I think Conor's got 1 hope, Khabib has 2. So I think
I'd say
whichever
you
way
can cross submission off the list to Conor. You ain't gonna submit Khabib.
No,
I think we
Khabib will
can-
submit Conor.
I think we can agree on that. Yeah, Khabib has the ability
Yeah.
to submit Conor. I fully agree on that.
Conor's not
But
going to
it's-
wrestle Khabib, but Khabib will wrestle Conor. And Khabib...
Oh, yeah,
all
if Conor
all that's
gets-
left for Conor is to stand up.
If Conor gets taken down, his main purpose is going to be just get up. I can't see him doing like a Bisping St. Pierre and staying on his back throwing elbows trying to...
Do you know how
damage and stuff
often
like
we
that.
have had this argument? We've had this argument for a fight. They just need to fight just so we can actually fucking like...
Well, closer to the fight, guys, I'm sure we'll be putting some sort of wager. One of us, the loser, has got to do something.
Eating something shit again.
Definitely. Oh, don't go giving them too many clues. I don't think that one's uploaded yet.
Yeah, fair dues.
But like I said, I've got hopes in Conor. I'd say 60% down to it is because I'm a dick rider and I do love him. But
60% down to my Khabib is because I'm a bit of a dick rider and I love him as well. So
But I don't know. It's that hero thing, isn't it? I wanted Conor to beat Nate at 170, beat Floyd, and then come back and fight Brock. Do you know what I mean? Like, that would have been an amazing story type thing. But
absolutely, the champion Rocky story. Of
I
life.
just don't. Khabib ain't really he's not really a people's champ. I know you're not too much of a fan of that. You're more.
I like the
all
sport,
of-
man. Yeah, I like the sport.
Like you've got props to Tyron Woodley, for instance, where I don't really like him. I've got no reason to like it,
No.
not like him, but I just don't like it. Do you know what I mean?
I'm
gonna
intrigued
be
about the
honest.
Kobe Tyrone fight coming up. Kobe Tyrone fight. Just
Have you heard
because-
the new thing that's been put out there?
Which is?
Tyrone saying the $10,000 bet.
Oh,
Every single time Kobe goes to take him down, he has
If
to
he
pay
can.
Tyrone 10,000.
if you don't.
Vice versa. Tyrone said he won't go for a single takedown. They just fight him. If you want to make the division great again, let's prove it. No one wants
I'm
to
liking
see
this
wrestling.
new. I'm liking this Tyrone Woodley. This non.
Yeah, same.
victim. I'm not the victim. Don't be the victim. Be
Yeah.
the champion.
You say that, he did follow it straight up with, I'm going to say it, Kobe is racist. Is it? Let me just try and quote this. He said, he's racist to white people, black people, Spanish people, and he's racist to people who wear glasses.
Yeah. Alright. I guess it's a
So,
joke. Yeah.
that's what everyone's saying, but when you hear him say it, it doesn't seem like he's joking.
Oh, alright.
He's kind of basically, he was using the word race as offend. Do you know what I mean?
He's
He
offensive.
was saying he's offending everyone, basically, but he used the word
Yeah.
racist.
Don't use the word race and offence in the same
It's
thing. Tyrone
complete,
Woodley.
yeah, it's complete. Do you know what I mean?
And don't kill me either. Don't kill me.
They're complete different things. do you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah. Definitely.
But
But
yeah, the Tyrone Kobe fight is going to be interesting. Obviously, I want Tyrone to win. I wanted RDA to win, not because I like them, because I don't like Kobe.
something that I wasn't going to mention, but I might just mention is, can we say something about David Hay? Obviously, he
What
retired
about
this
him?
weekend, didn't he? He just retired a weekend gone. He's given it up after the Bellew fight. That was his last
Yeah,
run.
to be fair, he's retired about 2-3 times though, so
Yeah, good call, good
he's,
call.
he's the type that keep fit, keep fit. Well, he's got the David Hay promotions and whatnot, and he's
Keep
signed a lot of fighters now, Venom Page and all that. lot,
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
what I
yeah,
mean?
of course.
So he's going to be carrying on with that, but I can see him give it a year or so. I don't know. I'm not too sure on the age of David.
Yeah, I think he's in his
37, 38.
Yeah, I think he's in his late 30s somewhere.
He might call it a day then, but I could see him coming
But
back.
he did it officially.
Cocky and funny.
Did a big post, did a thing, thanked everybody.
Look at what's his name? Let's go, champ. Let's go, champ.
Yeah. Al. What is his name?
Come out of retirement at like 56.
Let's go, champ.
Did he even end up fighting anyone? He did, didn't he? As you can tell, guys, not
Shannon Briggs.
clued up about boxing.
Shannon
Briggs. That
Briggs.
was it.
He just, I remember watching the videos where he was just stalking Klitschko.
Yeah, and Klitschko was eating his dinner and he just grabs his plate. Right, what'd you eat, champ?
Let's go, champ.
Easy.
Big on Shannon Briggs just for the clickbait and the hilarity. That's
Yeah.
great work, Shannon Briggs. But
yeah, back to MMA. What was your thoughts on Punk then, in general?
it was a shame, and I very much agree with. I heard someone say, or you said to me yesterday about he should have done more of selling CM Punk.
Yeah, you should have done more to WWE.
Yeah, because they called him CM Punk. If he had gone in fully as Phil Brooks and not even mentioned...
See, I didn't even know his second name was Brooks. I knew he was called Phil, and I only knew that because Mike Jackson was saying after the fight, well, just because I couldn't knock Phil out in the first round, I knew it was going to go a distance. I didn't know his name.
Phil Brooks is the name of CM Punk, yeah. And so if he'd gone in as Phil
Brooks...
Brooks...
Just off subject, but where does CM Punk come from?
It's Call Me Punk.
Seriously?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's...
What? So why don't people just call him Punk? Why do they call him CM Punk?
I know, yeah, I think it is Call Me Punk.
Call me Punk.
I've heard people say some silly stuff about it, like...
What, like it should be Call Me Spunk?
No, someone's like... Oh, someone said something really cheesy the other day, but it's really... Call Me Spunk. It's not that cheesy. I think it is... I think the CN stands for Call Me Punk.
That's news to my ears. I never knew that.
Is it?
But yeah, do you know? So what you think he done good?
I don't think he did a lot of good fighting. Wise, and it was sad, like you said. It was sad to have him on the main event, and
Yeah. Understandable, but sad.
yeah, understandable, but sad. Just in regards to there were a lot of decent fighters on the undercard, but it made for an absolutely...
Jack Brooks goes by the name of CM Punk as an American mixed martial artist.
Bias.
What the?
Wikipedia, mate. The home of made-up facts and real facts.
A comic book writer and a former professional wrestler. What the fuck did he write?
I guess he is. I guess that is. If he was to describe his professional and job application, I guess he could put that in.
Yeah, technically. Siblings, Mike Brooks, spouse, AJ Lee.
Yeah, AJ Lee, WWE wrestler. Have you never seen AJ Lee before?
No. Oh, fucking hell, he's doing alright. She's lovely. Well, that's his wife?
Yeah.
Oh, he's doing good. Does she still wrestle?
No, she left for WWE as well.
Was she going in the MMA to get knocked out by Holly Holm or
They swapped her with Ronda.
Yeah. God, she's going to do the hype train. Fucking Spunk's misses. But yeah, the main thing that was doing my head in about the whole Punk thing was when people were calling him brave. How can you class that as brave?
I think you've got to give him respect for trying, doing the training, putting the hard
Yeah, but
back in.
How? If I turned around to you and said, I'll give you $8 million,
Yeah.
which is what he got, by the way,
Nice.
$8 million, yeah, to fight someone who's at the same caliber as fight. Not you've got to now go in and fight one of the top 10. You're fighting someone who's 0-1, who's lost to the same person as you, the same status, yet you're getting £8 million to do it.
Are you sure he got 8 million? That doesn't sound
Yeah,
like... Do you know UFC...
That's with all of his endorsements and sponsors. Like, no, Conor got 88 million for the Floyd fight, but it come in at 99.
Yeah, okay,
do you know what I mean?
advertisement work.
Yeah, all in, he got about 8. I mean, don't quote me on that. It's around 8. I mean, that's what I read and heard. But would you
Because
class?
UFC 225 only sold 155,000 pay-per-views.
Yeah, I know. So would you class that as being brave to get given $8 million to fight someone at the same fight caliber, knowing the stadium's going to be full of your fans from wrestling? So that's what I mean. That, to me, that doesn't even deserve respect. If he was going to fucking go in there and fight anyone in the top 10, and he was going to get a normal salary, and it was on the undercard, and it was just because he was going to fight. Tip my hat, that is genuinely great, that's brilliant.
I can't diss people for the money they get, because that'd be stupid.
No, I'm not dissing him for the money he gets, I'm saying that plays a big part in the fact that
I
doesn't
can't
make it
take
brave.
respect. I don't know if I lose respect for people for getting money. It's jealousy if it's anything. No, I'm not saying that you're jealous or anything like that. I'm saying like the way that it worked for me is kind of like I've got to give him respect for getting his head down for 2 years, going to the gym for 6 hours a day, getting his ass whipped every day.
I'll take back what I said in the sense of I fully give him respect for coming back after the loss from Mickey. If he had just thrown in the towel after Mickey, fair dues, I wouldn't have had no respect. But to come back, like you said, grind for 2 years.
Yeah, 2 years, try his best. The road to Mickey Gall was a bit awkward.
Would he have done that if he was fighting someone other than Mike Jackson, who was at his same calibre? If he wasn't getting all that money and if he didn't have the crowd on his side straight away?
I think Mike Jackson had made the fight more than CM Punk though.
See, I didn't see him do anything towards the fight. The only thing, I
think that at the very start it was Mike Jackson because CM Punk said he was a can. Yeah, and then Mike Jackson called him out, and that kind of then got the fight because he said he was a can during the Mickey Gall build-up. He didn't say it after.
They said, "What do you think of Mike Jackson?" And he said, "Well, he's a can, to be honest. If Mickey beat, he's a can."
So instead of Mike sort of made the fight happen, and I've got I take I'll off my hat to anybody who takes a couple of years.
Just going off subject a tiny little bit, put a pin in the old CM Punk thing. How is Mike Jackson allowed to have Black Power tattooed on his chest? How is Cain Velasquez allowed to have Brown Pride? A little bit different, I know. I can't think of any others at the moment. But if any white fighter went in the ring with White Power, swastika, anything along those lines, they wouldn't, because Dana wouldn't put them on the card. They wouldn't be in there. Do you know what I mean? So what? Any thoughts on that?
I don't think we can. I don't think that as white men we're allowed an opinion on that.
That's just ridiculous. I like an opinion on absolutely anything I want.
Well, I don't know.
More fucking opinion. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah, I think
it's 2-1 fucking sided.
Yeah, it did strike me as shouldn't be allowed in my first thought.
That was the only thing I had seen about Mike Jackson, other than him being the can and whatnot. Yeah. That was one of the only things I had seen in the press.
Did you hear about just staying on the race kind of tattoo thing as well? Did you hear about Amanda Lee? She's a UFC fighter, I think she's in the strawweight division. She wears a cowgirl hat.
Yeah.
Her boyfriend. Yeah, he put it in and he had a swastika. Yeah.
And he's saying he's refusing to get rid of it, and they kind of took that as, whoa, is that because you're racist? And he said, no, it was to remind me of what I used to be.
So that's all I'm going to say, is the world went mental about that, but when Matey walked on with Black Power, no one said nothing. So all I'm going to say is...
Exactly, and he wasn't even a fighter!
Yep, I know.
Matey just happened to be a fighter's partner who happened to be in a picture.
The politics of the world is fucked up, and it's shit.
Ridiculous.
I don't feel ashamed.
Because can you remember the big deal when Cain come out with the Brown Pride?
Yeah.
And Dana defended him and said he's just proud of his heritage and all this lot.
Yeah, if you had SWP, Supreme White Power, tattooed down your arm, you'd be called a racist.
And, even if you flipped it and took out, obviously swastikas, SWP, lightning bolts, all of that has kind of a bit of a naughty in me.
Definitely.
It's got a history, if you like.
Yeah.
But if you'd done it exactly the same and had White Power on your chest, just like Mike Jackson, or had White Pride draped across your chest, God, the uproar. The uproar would be immense if Conor got White Pride rather than that gorilla. Do you know what I'm saying though? I would be shocked. I would be like, how dare he get that? That's insane. Yet Mike Jackson can stand at a press conference and have it showing everyone and it's normal. Oh, a nice tattoo kind of thing.
One thing I did like about CM Punk was every time Mike Jackson did that, CM Punk smiled, because that was CM Punk's thing in WWE.
Is that what Mike was doing?
I don't know, but CM Punk used to wear X's on his gloves.
Because I thought he was doing it because it's Jackson. It's the X.
Yeah, I guess, but no, but CM Punk used to do it all the time. I'm not saying if he copied, I don't know, but CM Punk, when he was back in WWE, would if you put in pictures of CM Punk.
And I think it was ironic as well that he's called Mike the Truth Jackson.
Why?
Because I wouldn't say some of the stuff he's saying after the fight's true.
Yeah, alright, fair.
What if you typed in his symbol?
No,
I was Punk. Ah, yeah, there, look. Go up, middle. Is that it? He's got the X.
Yeah, that was always on the WWE game cover. Is that?
That's weird. Do you not see that X on the back on his hands?
Yeah.
Do you know why they do that?
No.
Because obviously it's irrelevant in wrestling because it is fake. But they do it in normal fights because obviously when they put the line over it, you can't then take the wraps off and put them back on and make that X match up.
Ah.
Do you know what I mean? So obviously, if they've done your wraps, they sign them. Same in MMA and whatnot.
Yeah.
Let's put a signature on them or an X. So if then commission leave, you can't then take your wraps off, put something on your hands, put stronger wraps, put stuff, do you know what I mean? And then re-wrap them because then the signature or the X doesn't match up.
And
it's the
wrestling's
same
not
as,
fake, by the way.
It's the same as it is. It's the same professional wrestling, not American, not wrestling, not Khabib wrestling.
Not Greco-Roman.
But
no, but falling 50 foot is not fake. I don't care what anyone says.
Oh no, it is. But knowing the outcome of a fight is completely fake.
Oh yeah,
If we're going to wrestle and we already know you're going to win,
Yeah,
how can we claim that's real?
But that's brave.
Oh,
what CM Punk
jeez!
used to do was
What
brave.
the fuck? How can you say that?
Man, would you really trust another man to let you flip you around and trust another man?
Yeah,
I know
it's
you're
the
playing
variables. You have to
I
take
get
the if you take the variables into consideration of like the fucking wages and the fact that they get, I know it's different where we get NHS and all that jazz, but they don't get that over there, so they get all their healthcare and all that dental cut, everything done. It makes you feel a little bit more fucking brave. I would have a man throw me onto something that, bearing in mind, isn't just like, that's a steel bit of that's a bit of concrete, or let's throw them on it. It's all planned. It's like these tables go through and whatnot. And I fully agree that there's probably more injuries.
Dude, if I see someone jump 50 foot off a cliff into water, I think that's brave. That's bravery. That's more brave.
Yeah, that is brave. I fully understand that.
So it's a similar thing.
But if you were stood at the top of Corinthian, which is a cliff in Plymouth that everyone jumps into the sea on, if you were stood at the top of Corinthian and didn't know whether to do it or whatnot, and I had a briefcase with £2 million in and said, now do it, you'd have done it before the click's undone on the case. Do you know what I mean? That isn't brave. That's doing it for something. They're doing it for something.
Yeah, I guess.
If you just
look at it like that, but if
like,
you look at anything like that,
sailing around the world just because you want to, climbing Everest just because you want to, that's shit that's fucking brave because you've got no reason to do it. Yet you're, do you know what I mean? If you're becoming a multi-millionaire, living the lavish lifestyle, putting your kids through college, security for the whole family, throw me off something that's 30 foot high because do you know what I mean? Even if there is a 10% chance of me hurting myself or putting myself out. Do you know what I mean? And I'm sure, don't quote me on this, but unlike MMA, boxing and things like that, injured professional wrestlers still get salaries. Do you know what I mean?
I think,
like I said, don't quote me on that.
Some.
You might have to quickly Google it, but
I shouldn't think they will.
I'm quite sure because like Cain Velasquez, am I right in saying that he hasn't received any money other than say Reebok money and whatnot? And even then, you couldn't really say that because he hasn't been wearing the kit and sponsoring it, and that's like showing it off. I don't think Kane's received money for like 3 years.
Good, but it isn't full.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, wrestlers can do those brave things and risk breaking a leg because they know even if they're out for 2 years, they're still getting paid.
Yeah, they're still getting paid. They're contracted to WWE. Yeah, but that's a different. That's the contract to the company.
Every single time someone steps in that octagon, they're being brave. I would say.
No UFC fighters are UFC employee.
Yeah, I know they're also.
All WWE wrestlers are WWE employees.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is that a fact?
Yeah, they sign up to
Because
contracts.
I thought that was Punk's big thing, that he was self-employed, or was that the...
That's why that's
what they were playing, was it?
Yeah,
because he used to go against Vince, and was that just the thing they were playing?
His contract was running out at that time, that was real.
Why has he just been in court? I seen just before the...
he went on the Colt Cabana. He went on the Colt Cabana podcast after he retired from WWE and said about all the injuries he's had, and how medical doctors were crap, and how they didn't treat an infection in his arm, and it nearly and all this stuff on his back, wherever it was, and he literally went on there and just slated the WWE.
What, and then decided to sue him?
And they sued him.
What, they said, like, slander, tarnishing your name, all that jazz?
Yeah, the doctor.
What, he won?
Him. And he won because they didn't get no money back for it. Because everything he said was true.
Got ya. See, I thought he had won a lawsuit and he was...
No.
He had said, like, you didn't do this right.
No, I'm pretty sure it's the other way. WWE sued CM Punk.
Got ya. Because, yeah, he won his case something like, what? Was it 2 days before the fight?
Yeah, there it is. WWE's court case against CM Punk and Colt Cabana.
Yeah.
So he went onto the Colt Cabana website. And he literally slated...
WWE docked the lawsuit. Dock the lawsuit. That sounds like a wrestler.
Mr. Fastlane. Yeah, that's literally, I'm pretty sure it is that way round. He sued WWE sued him for going on the Colt Cabana podcast and absolutely slating them. If you guys haven't heard it, it's obviously about, you can go find it. You can go on iTunes at Colt Cabana, or he's on YouTube as well.
I haven't seen it, to be honest.
Check it out.
I'll have to check it out after this. But yeah, so what's your thoughts on big bad heavyweight clash of the Beast?
I think Stipe wins.
What do you mean, the Beast and Ngannou?
Oh, Beast and Ngannou. Oh, sorry, I thought you meant. Oh, sorry. Ngannou.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ngannou, and I hope it's quick.
What do you mean by that?
I don't want to see them chugging around in the 5th round or 4th round. Like, I don't want to see that. I hate seeing that. I know the heavyweights. I know they give their shit. They're amazing, but I don't want to see them. I don't like it when they punch themselves out by round 2, and then like Ngannou Stipe. Stipe was kind of.
I wouldn't say he got a chance to even punch out. He just got wrestled out.
Yeah,
he just got fucking held down for 5 rounds.
I kind of wish in round 5 Stipe really went at him. Really put the fucking pressure on him.
It's frustrating. Don't get me wrong, it's easy to say when you haven't got like someone who has to cut weight to make the heavyweight division, having that sort of monster in front of you. Do you know what I mean? It's a bit different. But the main thing that frustrated me is there was numerous times he had him pinned in the classic position, Ngannou on all fours, head against the cage, Stipe on one knee, and he could have just kept like what Khabib does. Just any opportunity of throwing a punch, just keep. But I think he was too paranoid that fucking Francis would just eat everything he threw, and 3rd, 4th, 5th round, Stipe not have a gas tank, and Ngannou maybe not have a gas tank, but still have the power.
Just to clomp him.
Do you know what I mean? It only takes like a big slow bump. You've seen he clomped him he nearly put him out with a good 2 punches. Stipe showed he's got a chin on him.
Yeah.
He didn't really clip him on the chin, but
he did clip him a couple of times.
He took
Stipe
a
went for
few
it.
bangs. Do you know what I mean?
But yeah,
but Ngannou Lewis is going to be
it's going to be a hell of a fight, and I don't have a favourite. I don't really, if I'm being honest, like whoever wins, I'll be happy
As
with.
a person, Derek.
Yeah.
I like Derek a lot. I think he's one of the most genuine people on the roster. He doesn't put on a show. He doesn't try and sell fights by lying or bullshit. He's just himself. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I like Derek in that sense, but Ngannou is just like you want to see another Reem head pop out. Like that's like
shoulders
like,
off.
I would say that if there's ever going to be a death in MMA, it'd be at the hands of him.
So far,
yeah.
He's the one who's looking like
the uppercut on it wasn't really an uppercut. It was more of a Khabib. No, the Khabib punch. What he caught over him with. Kind of missed the punch and then just dunk. His arm just come up like a fucking piston, like a JCB arm, wasn't it? But so I think when he landed that on Overeem and then followed it up with the big punch, like if you had a donut ref who decided to who decided to say, I tried letting her be a warrior, so I let her get her head punched in for 2 minutes. If you had someone like that, there could be a death in MMA at the hands of Francis. If they didn't get on Overeem quick enough and he landed maybe 3
good
of those.
refs.
Yeah.
Was it?
I don't think you didn't even need a good ref to see that Reem was out on his fucking feet.
No, but it's getting in there, wasn't it? It was because
that's what I mean.
that mode,
that ref has to throw himself in between them.
And he did. It was our one, not the British one. Should we have a quick look? We can have a look, can we?
What? The Francis Reem? Was it? Was it London?
No, it wasn't in London. I mean, was it the referee? Was it the English referee? The one who Conor jumped down out of beef with?
Mark Goddard.
Yeah, was it Mark Goddard? I think it was, No, it was Harb.
Was it?
It looks like it was Harb.
Yeah, see.
Oh no, it's Big Dan.
Mogliata.
Yeah.
That is just great. Yeah, look. Bump. And can I just point out, that was with his lead arm. That was with his fucking lead arm. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's like a fact that your back arm's like 12% power for whether you're a fucking pro or not, just in an everyday person, if you're from here or here.
Yeah.
And he does it with that. His lead arm, his body wasn't even really behind it. Imagine that's insane, man. But and another thing which I got from that fight, which was really good, which it did show in the Stipe fight, but not when they went to the floor, but is how good Ngannou is in the clinch.
Yeah,
He's a very strong man
Very
in the
strong.
clinch. To out-clinch Reem, that's a feat on its own.
Because that's when he said, I think in the
That's-
interview, that's when he thought he
Reem's-
knew, wasn't it? He
Yeah,
wrestled him
yeah,
and
when
he
he,
knew
yeah,
he
he
got
said,
out
like,
for it.
whoa, Reem puts him against Cage, Ngannou just turns and puts Reem again. And then, like you said, in the interview he says, that's when I knew, like, what is this that everyone was saying about his clinch type thing.
Yeah.
But he probably heard the same about Stipe's wrestling, and when he got took down, it was like, oh, this is what they're on about.
Different kettle of fish.
But yeah, Ngannou against Lewis, because I know Lewis is a brawler type thing, but has he got a wrestling background?
I don't think so. Let's have a.
Because I think he's got a Kimura win on someone.
Let's have a look at some. Let's do some Derek Lewis research here.
I'm sure Lewis has got a Kimura win on someone, because Ngannou has as well, hasn't he, from the feet?
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? He got me from the feet and just decided to twist him down. But yeah, I think that if they had give Ngannou Brock rather than Stipe, it might have been a different outcome. I would say Brock's a better wrestler than Stipe, but I think Brock would have been more aggressive than Stipe.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Brock could have been more trying to gore him, come at him, and could have got caught, whereas Stipe played the best game plan possible against him. Do you know what I mean? Oh, Lewis is only 33. I thought he was just under 40. I thought he was
No, he's one of these.
scraping Hunt's territory type thing. Right.
No, he just jumped in. He's not had a background or anything. Went in Bellator and then joined the UFC from Bellator. He lost by TKO early in his career.
So
And
what
he
is his
faced
record?
Tim Buchanan. Derek Lewis record.
It's there, isn't it? Am I right?
That's his amateur mixed martial arts. 25 wins.
No, total 25 fights, 19 wins.
19 wins.
17 of them by knockout. A submission, that might have been the Kimura one that was on about.
5
A
losses.
decision and 5 losses. He's been knocked out 3 times, lost 2 decisions, 1 no contest.
Not bad.
So he can get knocked out.
Yeah. But that heavyweights count. That's
Yeah.
the beautiful thing about the heavyweight thing. Is
Unless your second name's Hunt and your first name's Mike.
Yeah.
Mark, sorry.
Mark, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Mark's just, well,
Chin.
Yeah, it's coming to an end though, do you know what I mean? It really gutted me when Blades beat him. Because Curtis Blades is on a tear.
I still don't understand why Mark Hunt isn't a light heavyweight. I don't care what you say. I don't care what you say.
That's the same with a few people though, isn't it?
100%. I don't get why he's not a light heavyweight or even a fucking middleweight.
Yeah.
I don't get it. I don't believe a man that small weighs that much. Just lazy MMA
What does he
fighting.
fight at? It's like 246.
Lazy MMA
fight,
fighting.
isn't it?
Yeah, it's all fat.
Yeah, but you got to bear in mind his origin. Like,
I don't give a fuck. I don't care. Right.
You
You left him on a desert island for 6 weeks.
He would die before he went slim.
I don't believe it.
I guaranteed.
I don't believe it.
That's like a fact. You will not find a Samoan that isn't built like that. Like he isn't. That isn't just like that's his frame.
It's
Do you
not.
know what I mean?
We've all got the same size buns. There's no such thing as big buns.
That's
the same
insane.
big buns?
Everyone's different. Samoans, it's almost like they're bred like they've been bred like that. Do you know what I mean? Not bred like that, but that's
I don't believe it.
like their fucking skulls. Look at his skull. You couldn't make his body.
He's just got a square head.
Like
Just 'cause
get
he's
a
got a
picture up of Mark Hunt quickly.
Just because he's got a square head.
Yeah, I honestly don't think you could get him small. You could get him more toned. You could get him a little bit more toned. See, he's not really as big as you even think. His arms, shoulder,
It's not even as big as the cage. He's not even as tall as the fucking octagon.
He is.
He's not. Look at him compared to Derek Lewis.
Get his stats up. He's got to be. He's at least 5'11", 6 foot, isn't he? Is he 5'11"?
Yeah.
Where is it?
He's not 178 centimetres. He's shorter than me.
No, he's 100. That says 1.78 meters.
1.78 metres.
What's that? Mark Hunt's height.
1.78.
Where's the converter? Ah, there. 5'10".
Shorter than me.
I suppose that is quite mad when McGregor's 5'9". And Holloway's 5. He's the same height as Holloway.
It's lazy.
Well, Holloway's taller.
Respect to Mark Hunt for putting himself in the position, but I think it's lazy MMA fighting. Same as Roy Nelson. I think it's lazy MMA fighting, and I'm glad.
Bear in mind, he's 120 kilograms.
I just don't like to see.
He ain't getting down to light heavy.
What?
He's 120 kilograms.
Yeah.
That's like 250 £. He ain't losing 45 £, for a fight.
You could lose it in real life, though, like in life. No one's built like that. I mean, that is fact. There's nothing about that. There's nothing, you know. He's a fat man who fights.
Yeah, I wouldn't say he's a fat man.
Oh,
because like
I
said,
would be disappointed.
You could tone him up a tiny little bit, tinily lose that bottom tyre, and slightly tone his pecs up.
His body's no better than mine, and I'm not a professional athlete.
Yeah, but that is what his body can do. Like, what it looks like, fair dues, but it's what it can fucking do. Do you know what I mean?
I believe that somebody who is 5'10" should
Like, did you
not weigh 250 pounds. That's fucking nuts. You're not listening to that.
I fully understand.
I don't care what their frame is. I don't give a fuck. He eats too much and doesn't train enough.
I wouldn't agree with that.
I have no way to prove this, but that's my belief.
Have you seen him on?
I'll be glad when he retires because I don't like my professional athletes to be unhealthy. And he looks fucking unhealthy.
Looks being the key word, though. Do you know what I mean?
He fucking is gonna
Marathon
be
runners look ill and unhealthy, yeah, but they're probably the most healthy people on the planet.
The amount of punches it's taken as well, it's bound to be loads of athletes.
As a legend, and as a big fan of Mark Hunt, I fully agree that he needs to throw the towel in. He's going to be he wants to die in the ring. Do you know what I mean? He's stated that he wants to go out on his shield and. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and like,
which is insane.
That's a brave, not doing that, but that's a a convincing word to say, and I don't want to see that neither. But I don't like my professional athletes to look like that, dude.
I think Mark's almost put himself in the ballpark as well, in the sense of he's only a fighter. He's only a fighter. He hasn't got a plan B. Bisping retired. He's now doing podcasts. He's now doing Fox analysis and all that. Same with a lot of other fighters. They kind of get something. Mark Hunt genuinely is just a fighter. He hasn't got. I wouldn't say what could he do if he
could
retired?
easily become a coach, open a gym.
Do you think?
He's not short of a couple bob. Well, you're right. Probably no. I wouldn't want to go train in his gym.
That's what I'm saying.
So yeah, well, that's not my problem.
And not being funny, Mark Hunt opening a gym,
and
you'd think, what do they teach you how to not get knocked out?
And that's not my problem, and it's really not the UFC's problem, is it?
Oh no,
but that doesn't mean
I'm just saying, from Mark's point of view, I think he won't stop because of that.
But that's silly.
He's got a family and all that shit.
And I hope that I hope eventually.
And that's an old picture. Get a recent picture up of him. Get his most recent picture when he's got the chest tattoo and stuff. That hides the boobs a bit. He looks a bit.
But that's cheating. What chest tattoo?
Have you seen it? He's got his full chest, both arms and his back now. There. That's Lewis. Yeah, see, that don't look like that. Look at him compared to Derek Lewis, man.
Yeah, and what?
What, you diss Lewis as well?
Yeah, Lewis is fat.
These are just big men.
I don't know. I just don't.
Don't get me wrong. Lewis has got a bit. Well, look at that. Lewis is 6'3", 265 £. Mark Hunt's 5'10".
Yeah, there you go.
265 £.
There you go.
I didn't realise Lewis was 6'3".
So yeah, like they're not even the biggest men, and like for me, I just feel that's unhealthy. It's not unhealthy, and I'm sure they can. I'm sure they can.
But that's what I mean. If you watch them on.
But I think the way they slow down in their cardio, it shows it, man.
Yeah.
Like I don't care their size. Like Stipe, like, you're right. He wasn't Khabib pace, and he wasn't fucking Kobe Covington pace against RDA. But
so you don't think?
I think they're out of shape, pair of them.
You don't think Mark Hunt could run like 5-6 mile, or you don't think he could do cardio stuff?
I think he could because he's of that mentality. So he's probably of the mentality that if he can make himself do it. But I think it would take him a fucking age.
Yeah.
Take him ages to do it because he's out of shape.
See, I think I think the image we're seeing of them is a a bit deceiving.
I don't.
Because they're athletes at the end of the day. They train for 5 rounds.
I don't.
They can fight for 25 minutes.
No, they can't.
They can.
No, they can't. No, come
They
on,
have done.
they don't.
Mark
They
Hunt-
have.
Mark
but
Hunt, Bigfoot.
I can walk around the ring for 25 minutes with my arms down, being gassed and breathing, and hoping, mate, you don't punch me come round 4 and 5.
Yeah,
but that isn't fighting.
Mark Hunt, Bigfoot. That was a 5-round brawl fight, beginning to end. Didn't stop, even when it was in the clinches, it was constant. Do you know what I mean? That's
All I'm gonna say
territory,
is post USADA. Yeah, for me that was all post USADA, so before USADA, so I kind of, I look a little bit.
Whoa,
past
what?
beyond
You're
that.
you calling Mark Hunt a fucking drug user now?
No, I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Jeez.
Bigfoot was, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, Bigfoot was.
I'm just saying it's weird how that stamina's gone away.
What, from Hunt?
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it has.
I would.
You got
personally.
he's like nearly 50.
And I get that, yeah, and I get that. And I've got a lot of respect for him, but I just think it's time to go. I've got a lot of respect for every single fucking fight.
Yeah, I definitely think
For
it's
me,
time,
they're brave.
It's time to hang up the reins, if you like. But say, for instance, Mark Hunt hadn't fought for like 3 years or whatever, and then come back and said he's going to be fighting at light heavyweight, and in those like 2-3 years he had just like ridiculous dieting, ridiculous and all that lot, I don't think he'd be as good.
Why?
Because I just don't. You lose some of your power. If you look at the 205 division, like they would just outwork him. It just wouldn't be a beneficial move for him, I don't think. Whereas at heavyweight, he can hold his own. He can take their punches and he can fuck them.
And I guess the fat is built in a way that they use it for themselves. You know what I mean? Like.
It's tactical weight.
Yeah, it's tactical weight. Yeah, like Cormier, for example. Like,
yeah.
I guess when he eats 205, he can't get any skinnier.
That's
than
what I
that.
mean. You look at Cormier. Yeah, when he's cutting weight, he's got
But
no
he's in
water
much-
left in his body, and
When
he's
he hits
still.
when he hits 205 though,
Who? Cormier.
yeah, when he hits 205, he looks good. I mean,
I don't know, man. He looks fucking ill. He looks
he
dead.
don't look as
Get
fat.
John Jones Cormier weigh in.
He don't look as fat. Like I don't mean looks good, but he looks. He looks like like an athlete. As athletic as his body could make him.
His shoulders, arms, all of that lot. But he's almost got that curse like Hunt, and he has the man boobs. Even after cutting weight.
Speaking about John Jones, will John Jones be back this year?
Yeah, and he will demolish anyone who goes in front of him.
What about his USADA ban? That hasn't even been announced yet.
Yeah, it's not gonna be. Look at what realistically what's happened. Do you know what I mean? Shit's getting swept under the rug. John's gonna come back. The time that he's already had off will be classed as his punishment. Do you know what I mean? I just can't. They would not let John come back. See, John looks in shape, doesn't he? John looked ridiculous against DC.
This is why I can't.
Ridiculous.
This is why I can't realise why that's an athlete. Do you know what I mean? That's the way.
John did get done. But yeah, you can. Do you know what I mean? And DC's a fucking cheat as well.
Why?
When the weigh-in. Remember when his hands on the towel?
Yeah, I'm telling that.
Little cheating pig.
So don't get why everyone's body can't do that.
See, that's what I mean. Is DC an athlete? Do you class DC as an athlete?
Yeah, I would.
Yeah, 100%. I fully agree with you. How the fuck can he do Popeye's chicken adverts? How can he do fast food shit in general and look the way he does?
Yeah, he should. Yeah, it's kind of like I think if he did more sit-ups, he would be more toned.
Yeah, but see, it's not. You surely don't think that he's fought at that. You don't think he's fought. You know what? Actually, why not just do a few sit-ups and get rid of this? They probably in camps. He's probably hanging, doing leg. Like they do everything, but they just.
But you see, to me, he looks in shape there.
It just doesn't look at him. He looks fucking short.
So he looks in shape there. Now
He looks great.
Now if
he don't even look black anymore. He's gone grey.
Now, if you leave him like that and just feed him water and let him eat normally, that's what he should look like. Do you get what I'm saying?
You give him water and eat normally, he'll go back to where he was.
He won't. He won't instantly
It
go.
would.
He won't turn into Popeye's chicken, DC.
It would.
It wouldn't, not that much at all. It would do a bit, yeah, and you might get, like you said, £10 or £6, but that's water weight that you lose and gain all the time anyway, kind of thing.
What do
So-
you think John would have come in at against Brock?
I think in max he can go is around 225, doesn't he say?
Is it?
I think that's what he said.
Well, that's what he walks around at, is it?
Yeah, I
and
think
he would just decide, he would just want...
In an MMA capacity. I think if he was going to build and bodybuild, he could probably get up to 300 pounds, couldn't he? Like, if he just built muscle, built muscle,
Well,
built muscle, built muscle.
When he had all that time off and was just deadlifting, I think that's what the time you're on about. I think then he was walking around at like 225, 230, but he was muscle. He wasn't...
And then, yeah, he doesn't...
He didn't just have time off.
He would gas.
You
know, one thing
John?
He would, at that size with that carrying that muscle, dude, more muscly people gas quicker because it takes more oxygen, doesn't it? It just takes more oxygen to get to the
lactic
muscle.
acid builds up more.
As well, yeah. Do you know what I mean? There you go, look. But he could say, like, I have a little couple bits of water.
Look at DC's belly though, and yeah, he is a fucking athlete, man. Even in his proper wrestling
but
days.
there, he looks his great. He looks his best.
Yeah,
that's the way
and he's dying with no water in him.
No, yeah, but I don't think having a bit of water will add the calories.
Bear in mind, Mark don't cut weight. Mark just rocks up.
Lazy, innit?
It's
fucking Mark lazy as fuck.
It's his division. They need to sort the heavyweight divisions out.
In what regards?
1,000,000%. They need to have 205 as like heavyweight, and then have heavyweight between 205 and say 220 or 215, something along those lines, and then have like a super heavyweight. Because everyone, like, the argument I heard was, oh, there's not enough fighters of that weight to kind of caliber, to warrant a super heavyweight one. Yeah. But that's bullshit. Ngannou cuts weight to make 265 so he can fight in heavyweight. Stipe fights at 235, is it?
Yeah.
235. As we just seen,
Derek Lewis
and Mark Hunt both come in at 265.
Blades as well.
Blades come in at 256 against Overeem.
Yeah.
Overeem come in at 246.
Yeah.
Blades had £10 on him. So all of those could be in the super heavyweight, but you could get then, Cormier could fight in a heavyweight division at like say 215, 220. John could fight in it if he wanted to without cutting weight. Stipe could fight in a 220, 225 division and fucking own it, bearing in mind. He would absolutely kill anyone in it. Do you know what I mean? And then obviously you've got like some Brock, all that lot, he would go up. So I just think there needs to be a line, boom, straight down the middle of the...
I don't like...
And have not a 265
I think
limit on
you
the
do that.
super.
I think you do that, you have to move the whole thing though.
That's what it needs to do.
I don't think there needs to be a super... I don't like the name super heavyweight. Like everyone knows Anthony Joshua. Who's the super heavyweight champion of the world? Boxing wise.
There isn't that division though.
Isn't there?
No.
I don't think there needs to be a super heavyweight. I just think you need to budge heavyweight. So what when you would make super heavyweight, just make heavyweight.
Oh, what?
Then make
Light
that light heavyweight
and
and
say
then
210, 215.
yeah. Do you know what I mean? So just sort of
but
bump.
I don't think you'd be able to do that.
It would affect the whole thing knock on. You'd have to make a new division as well, somewhere in the middle as well. But that would be good because, like you said, there's plenty of room for a 165 division in there as well. You know what I mean? That gap from 155 to 170 is definitely...
Tyrone Woodley, Wonderboy, all people like that.
Yeah, that middleweight division.
Yeah, Hendricks.
Yeah.
All of them would adore a fucking 165.
Johnny Hendricks.
But what? And then get rid of the 170 division?
Yeah,
Because you can't have a 155, a 165, and then 5
maybe edge it
pounds
to
more.
185 and then make 175 and then make... And have 185 as well still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There should just be £10 between every division.
Yeah, it sounds a good way, apart from that heavyweight where
20,
you can make it a couple
between
bits.
that,
Yeah, you can let those guys have a bit more leniency and make it that way, but that's kind of the way I'll do it. But yeah, so who's your prediction for Derek Lewis versus Ngannou, and what is your actual prediction for the night? You know, your genuine, who you think is going to win?
First round, Ngannou.
I agree with you, first round Ngannou.
Knockout.
Yeah. I agree with you. Sadly, I don't want to agree with you on that.
I retract that. I don't think knockout. I think TKO. I think the fight gets stopped. I don't think he stops Derek.
Oh, it's the same for me.
I think it'll be a brawl. Ngannou will pin him to the cage and won't stop punching.
Yeah,
fight gets
I'm with you.
stopped.
TKO first round. Give or
Who
take
else
it.
is on that card?
That is then that you've got Whitaker's been. That's the heavyweight and it's Stipe versus DC.
Who you got for that?
I'm going for that one. It's Stipe for me, which is UFC 226, isn't it?
See, I say Cormier.
Isn't it? Holloway as well.
I'll say Cormier wins decision. I'll say it goes the distance. Oh, Brian Ortega Max.
Yeah, it's Max versus Ortega as well. So, I'm going to go Stipe.
I'm going to go Cormier.
and I think he'll go to 5. I think he'll beat him on points. I think it'll be really close.
That's exactly what I said. Call me a decision.
Yeah, I think Stipe decision. What happens to the light heavyweight then? So what happens to the heavyweight champion? What?
Champion, but then I'm relinquishing it because I never want to fight Kane. They're best friends, aren't they? Kane
Alright.
Velasquez, and Kane's having his
So
return.
Stipe should be entitled to an automatic title fight again.
What, against Kane for the belt again?
No. Fuck off. Cain Velasquez has been fought for 3 years. Why does he get a title shot?
Because he's technically...
No, he's not.
Best
He shouldn't
heavyweight
even be in the
ever.
top 10 rating. He's not a fighter
Yeah, but I wouldn't say.
at the moment.
I wouldn't say as time goes on and you not fighting, I wouldn't say you should go down in the rankings. I should say you should stay where you are, and it's your fault if the time's gone on. Give them someone at that caliber because they're just gonna fucking lose. Boom. Then you have to fight 7th and work your way back up. But if he comes, if they're saying like Kane, you was say ranked 2nd in the world, you've had 3 fucking things off. Let's see if you can fight 2nd in the world. Give him them. You're gonna get smoked in the first round. Kane, you've shown what you are now. We're putting you. You're fighting 7th.
No.
I would say that's the fairest way to do it.
No, you
Because Kane got injured.
He
He didn't think, oh, you know what, fuck you, I'm going to go make a movie, I'm going to go make a load of money. He was injured. He
Yeah,
had no
okay,
choice.
that's a different.
Do you know what I
Okay,
mean?
yeah.
He
You can
got hurt, do you know
you
what I
can
mean?
separate the two. Like Conor, for example, should have to work his way up.
Yeah,
as he went after the boxing match.
Yeah,
you know,
he's-
spent 2 years
He's
off.
doing what he
Same
wants.
with Nate. Yeah,
Whereas Kane, I think if he had
Alright.
the opportunity, he would have come back the day after.
that is a fucking
you know
fair
what I mean?
argument. Yeah.
So I'd say Kane
Yeah,
deserves to kind of give someone who is at the caliber he was at, and if he can come back and put his shoes back on
Yeah.
and kind of take back on, then fair dues. But if he gets smoked, maybe not a title fight, maybe that is a bit much, but give him a second.
top five fighter.
Yeah, top 5 fight.
I'm
Maybe
with you on
Blades. Maybe Blades. Do you know what I mean? See
Fucking
if the
great
hype
fight.
train can get stopped or Kane comes back.
A great fight.
Do you know what I mean?
So Ortega versus Holloway.
I think Ortega's got it, man.
Do you think?
Yeah, I really want Max to win. I like Blessed a lot. He's a brilliant champion. He's a brilliant person in general. But I think Brian's got it, man. He's a fucking...
Scary,
The
innit?
way he cinches up chokes and stuff isn't normal. Do you know what I mean? You see Khabib, you see even Maya, even Damian Maya and people like that. When they lock something on, it's locked on type thing. But when Brian locks it on, it is cinched up. And the knockout on Frankie.
Oh yes.
Do you know what I mean? I just think Brian's too much of an all-rounder. If it was a boxing match, Holloway would take it, but it's not. It's an MMA fight. If it goes to the ground, Brian's better. Stand up, Max slightly edges it, but Brian is very good at stand up. It's not like he's going to be outclassed. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
In the clinch, Brian takes it. Like you said with Conor and Khabib, Brian's got more weapons in this fight, I would say. That's why I'd give it to Brian.
But you give the Conor fight to Conor.
Yeah.
I don't know how that works, but I'm going to go for Holloway in this one. I think Holloway will defend, and I don't think anyone in that division will ever beat him. I think he will leave that division and go on and compete for the 155
What you think?
as the champion of that division.
He is 155. He is
He's
145. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Holloway's just a bit too big. I think he's too quick. I think his movement's too good. Like you said, it's not a great difference in the clinch and in the takedown game. The ground game there maybe is.
Oh, the ground
I don't-
game is way in Brian's favour. Brian's jiu-jitsu is absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, that
ridiculous.
ground game
That
absolutely
Cub
gets him in.
Swanson
But
submission.
then it's getting him there. Like I don't think Max Holloway gets taken down often, and he's big. He's a big lightweight.
I don't know.
Big featherweight,
Look
sorry.
at McGregor Holloway. McGregor got hurt, took him down all fight.
Which is
with
surprising.
ease, and he's not a wrestler.
Back then, though, I'm gonna give Max his
You can give-
his
yeah,
13
yeah.
fight win streak now. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? He's a different fight. He would beat Conor. He beats Conor at 155. He beats Conor at 145 now. 100%. I'm Max Holloway 100% beats him. So yeah, I stick with Holloway just because I think he's good enough. I think he genuinely is good enough. His stand up's good. He's quick. His movement, his range, his distance, and I think he'll keep Ortega on the outside.
Well, I reckon,
I think it'll go 5 rounds.
I reckon
Yeah.
Brian's second round submission.
I think Holloway unanimous decision. I
Yeah.
think it'll be unanimous in that he'll win 4-1 in rounds. That's what I think. If Ortega can wrap him up and get him down in that clinch, but I don't see a great takedown game from Brian Ortega. I don't see
Yeah,
anything massively threatening, but like
Well,
you said, once he gets wrapped into those positions...
once he's got hold of something, he ain't letting go. The
Yeah.
Cub Swanson submission, you kept thinking, he's going to let go, he's going to let go, he's going to let go, but he just doesn't. He's like upside down, like hanging, and he just won't let go. Do you know what I mean? The way he cinches stuff up is absolutely
It's
ridiculous.
quality, and it's going to be an amazing fight. It's usually UFC 226 card. It's going to be absolutely fucking nuts.
Yeah.
So, our predictions for the night. Both got Ngannou.
Yeah.
Very much so for that one. Holloway versus...
Both got Ngannou first round knockout.
Yeah.
Oh, TKO, sorry.
TKO, happy with that. Yeah, we're going to go for that one for that. Max Holloway versus Brian Ortega. We've gone opposites, as per usual.
I'd say Brian, second round, submission, and I'd say rear naked choke.
And main event, Stipe versus...
DC. I would say
Good one.
DC decision.
Stipe, yeah, decision. I don't know if it'll be unanimous, I'm not going to say that. I think it's going to be a good fucking fight, man.
Oh, DC split. DC